My friends, how are you? It's great to see you for yet another video, and boy, we got a lot going on over here still with Donald Trump and Iran and Israel and everything that's going on with that. And really, when we get to the bottom of this, by the end of this video, we're all going to come to the same determination, I think, and that's that Donald Trump is in way over his head on this Israel and Iran thing that he has gotten America involved in, by the way. We could have just, stayed over here minding our business, but Donald Trump decided we would go drop bombs on other countries, and now we're in a whole mess. Aren't we? Yes, we are. But you know what? I'm not surprised, because Donald Trump is the most incompetent president that America's ever had. So none of this really shocks me, my friends. So I don't know about the rest of you, but I am having a hard time keeping up with everything going on over in the Middle East and Donald Trump getting us involved in it. My head is spinning over here, folks, as I try to keep up with everything that's happening. Every once in a while I get really pissed off because I put out a video, I record the damn thing, and then by the time I upload it and then release it, because normally I release my videos I think right around 3 p.m. Central Time. I don't know, I'm always crossing time zones, so I don't even know how I manage to keep track of that, if I'm being honest with you. But by the time I release the video, the fucking thing's already outdated. Donald Trump has already fucked something else up, and I go, well, I already recorded the damn thing. What am I supposed to do with it? And sometimes I even have to just get rid of the video because he went and fucked something up so bad. I go, well, I guess I just don't have a goddamn upload today. Thanks, Donald Trump, for doing some other wacky shit. And it used to bother me because I'll put out a video and people will be like, this video didn't age well, and I'd be like, damn it, how do I keep up on the news with this son of a bitch? And I am waving the white flag, is what I'm telling you, my friends. I can't fucking keep up. It's impossible. I would have to be a full-time YouTuber, just sits there with nothing going on in my life besides looking at news stories, recording the video, uploading it, releasing it. That's the only way I could possibly keep up with that. And well, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, my friends. I got a goddamn job I have to do. So the point of that little tangent is my head's spinning. I'm having trouble keeping up with what's going on, but more importantly, so is Donald Trump. He's not having a good time keeping up with what's going on. So Donald Trump, being the massive fucking failure that he is, has once again failed massively on the world stage for everyone to see, my friends. We've got so much going on. So remember, it was less than a week ago I wondered out loud on a video when Donald Trump was going to start a war. Then Donald Trump went and started a war, and all of a sudden now apparently there's a peace treaty. I don't fucking know. But also there's a peace treaty, and Iran and Israel are still bombing each other, but they are agreeing that maybe they'll look at a peace treaty, and now there's a peace treaty. It's fucking crazy, my friends. That's the fucking point of all of this. It's absolutely insane. So Donald Trump is wildly incompetent, and now we are seeing it on the world stage exactly how incompetent he is. And sometimes, my friends, I'm a little hard on myself because I say I don't really understand what's going on here, but I'm gonna give this video my best shot and hope it comes out right, and I say the right things, right? And me and Donald Trump are in the same boat. Neither one of us really know what the fuck is going on over there, and I would say we're both doing our best, but we're not. One of us is really trying hard to understand, and the other one is a dumb son of a bitch that thinks he understands what's going on. I don't care. You guys decide which one is which. It doesn't really fucking matter to me. Anyways, Donald Trump has done nothing but surround himself with the most ridiculously unqualified people in his cabinet, which is shocking. If I was president, my friends, which I never will be, but if I was, I would just admit that I'm kind of dumb when it comes to a lot of shit, but like, America has spoken. They voted for me. They wanted me to be president. And then I would hire people in my cabinet that were just fucking smarter than me, and then I'd probably be like, yeah, look, I don't fucking know what's going on here. You figure this shit out. But that's not what Donald Trump did. For one, he hired Pete Hegseth. That guy's drunk all the fucking time. The same Pete Hegseth that uses signal chats to leak our information, our government information. Did you guys see after I always laugh at the fucking name of this thing. Operation Midnight Hammer, my friends. And that's, if anybody's not sure what that is, that's the name. That's what they called the operation where they dropped the bombs on Iran. Pete Hegseth was getting congratulated on social media for getting through it without any information being leaked. And it wasn't sarcasm. These are actually Donald Trump bootlickers that are like, fuck yeah, Pete Hegseth managed to get through this whole operation without leaking any information whatsoever. No, congratulations, Pete Hegseth. Job well done. And it turns out that may not even be true because Iran had already moved all their uranium. I think it's uranium. They got it the fuck out of there. So somebody fucking knew something is the point I'm trying to make. And then because Donald Trump has went and pissed off Iran, now we're looking at the possibility in an uptick in terrorist attacks. And I want to be careful about that because I got corrected a little bit yesterday, which is fine. I'm open to being corrected. I'm just a dumb hick in a semi-truck. People told me to stop calling myself that too, but that's okay. I don't mind. Somebody's got to be mean to me because y'all are so nice to me. I got to knock me down a peg every once in a while, right? But they said, hey, you know, this is just right-wing talking points when you say that Iran has sleeper cells of terrorists out there, and I don't fucking know. I'm not really sure. But from the news I've looked at so far, there are a lot of different sources that say Iran has funded terrorism all over the world, and that Iran does have sleeper cells of terrorist units out there. So I'm just going off of what I know. But the reason I bring all that up, do you guys know who's in charge of counterterrorism in this country? It's this 22-year-old dude that used to be he used to bag groceries at the grocery store, but he really likes Donald Trump, and he was very outspoken on social media of his support for MAGA. That's it. That's his only qualification, is he really likes Donald Trump. The dude was literally bagging groceries before he got that job. And I'm not talking shit about like bagging groceries. It's an honest day's work. There's nothing wrong with that. But look, I do a harder job than that. I drive this semi-truck all over the country. I am not qualified, my friends, to protect America from terrorist attacks. The point I'm making with all of that, one, we're all fucked. These are the guys in charge of shit around here. We're in really bad shape. And I feel like I had another point. The main point is Donald Trump just hires people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but they just really like him. And that's not how you handle a fucking country. So anyways, back to the Israel-Iran thing. The reason I stay out of it as much as possible until Donald Trump drags America into it is because I realize that it's been going on for hundreds, I don't know, maybe even thousands of years. The Middle East has been fighting with each other, and I understand Iran's made its share of threats to Israel, and Israel's made its share of threats, and they go back and forth with each other. And this battle is older than me, I think. It's much more complicated than anything that I understand, and that's why I tend to stay the fuck out of it. And the point is, it's much more complicated than Donald Trump understands also. And yesterday, Donald Trump ran to the internet to take another victory lap on potentially accomplishing absolutely fucking nothing, my friends. He said, we have a peace treaty in place. And do you guys know what happened after that? Like 20 minutes after that, Iran was like, what is he talking about? There is no peace treaty. And the problem is, it's hard to know who to believe because it's all propaganda, it's all lies, it's all like people spreading their own agenda and saying whatever will get people to fall for whatever bullshit they're doing. That's the internet age, the age we live in now, where people just lie on the internet to figure out what's what. So I don't know who was telling the truth in that situation and who was lying, but what I do know is that after Donald Trump announced that he, my friends, had brokered a peace treaty between the two, a couple things happened. For one, MAGA ran to the internet to fucking celebrate their supreme leader and the amazing job he's done. Look at that, liberal tears everywhere. Donald Trump has brokered a peace treaty between Israel and Iran. Oh yeah? Has he? Even if they said yes? how long do you think this fucking thing holds? It's gonna hold up for 5-10 minutes before they start bombing each other again. And it just demonstrates how Donald Trump and the MAGA movement does not understand how deep these things actually fucking are. You can't have Donald Trump just tweet or truth out a few things and the problems are fucking solved. That's not how it works. But I got to tour around the internet for a little while after that peace treaty was supposedly done, just to watch MAGA take their victory lap on once again accomplishing absolutely nothing. It's absolutely fucking insane. But then like I said, Iran's like, there ain't no peace treaty, what are you talking about? And then there was sort of, I guess, sort of an understanding of how there could be a peace treaty, and that was Iran said, yeah, if Israel stops, I don't know, shooting bombs at us, then you know what, we'll stop shooting bombs at them. How about that for a fucking peace treaty? Which sounds pretty reasonable to me. Yeah, if you stop shooting at me, I will stop shooting at you. How about that? And then they had agreed to a timeline where, like, hey, yeah, we're still fighting until like 4 a.m. But like at 4 a.m., bro, we're going to be done fighting with you. And then they're like, okay, at 4 a.m., then we'll be done fighting with you. It was the weirdest shit I think I've ever seen in my fucking life. And then I think they still kept fighting with each other. I don't know. I have no idea, my friends. This is so fucking hard to keep up with. And it's more convoluted. It's more fucked up because Donald Trump goes to the internet to lie about something that didn't happen. There's not a peace treaty, you fuckhead. What are you actually doing right now? And that makes it more confusing. Just tell us the truth, Donald. Don't take a victory lap and fucking celebrate on something that didn't happen. Just say, yeah, we're still trying to figure this shit out, and that would be a lot fucking better, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be a lot better. Anyways, the fighting still continues, right? To the point that Donald Trump is actually throwing a temper tantrum on the news, which I enjoyed fucking greatly, where he was asked about this peace treaty and he got pissed off and he said they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Donald Trump, referring to Israel and Iran, says they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And now he's pissed off at both of them. And they're pissed off at each other, and the world hates America. That's a thing that's going on still. Like, we shouldn't be fucking involved. We should not be involved in this. And all this is done, all this has done is made America standing even worse on the world stage, because we've got our allies going, what the fuck are you guys doing? We've got our own Congress going, hey, we didn't approve this. What the fuck is actually happening here? We've got Donald Trump, drunk ass Pete Hegseth, fucking director of fucking, I don't know, counterterrorism, whatever he's called, the 22-year-old bag boy. I don't know what Kristi Noem's doing. Has she dressed up in any cool costumes since all this started? I know she really likes her cosplay. She's fucking weird, my friends. That Kristi Noem, she's out there. Like, have you seen her in the fucking hearings where they're like asking her where all the money went for her department, and she can't answer for it, and she just stares at him and she looks completely fucking dead behind the eyes, just like in her eyes she just looks gone. That woman, it was bad enough that she like kills puppies. That's enough to like make me really despise her as a person. But there's something wrong with Kristi Noem, man. There's something fucked up with her head. But the point I'm trying to make with all this, I know I've kind of, if your head is spinning watching this video, that's because you're getting like how I feel, like the raw emotions of like, what the fuck even is this? What is going on? But the point I'm trying to get to is Donald Trump needs to either buckle down and get serious about this and hire good people around him, intelligent people around him that want to figure out a solution. That's one way he could go. Get the fuck out of here, Pete Hegseth. Get the fuck out of here, all you lunatic bootlickers. I need to hire people that are going to tell me the truth, and we're going to start actually brokering a deal. We're going to figure out what's going on. And that process is going to take years to complete. It may not get done in Donald Trump's term, but at least he could say that he's trying. And you know, I might respect that fucking a little bit, because Donald Trump wants that instant gratification. I did it. It's all been fucking solved. And that's not the case. This is going to take a long time if it ever gets fucking done. So that's one option that Donald Trump could take with this. Or just shut the fuck up. That's the other option. Get out of it. Get us uninvolved in it and shut your fucking mouth about it. Because this bullshit, I don't like this lying to the American people and saying that I have negotiated a peace deal and then having to backtrack on that and yell about I don't know what the fuck they're doing isn't a good look. This isn't helping anything at all. And I don't really know where I'm going with this video. I'm just a little overwhelmed with the entire fucking thing, if I'm being honest with you. I'm very, very overwhelmed with it. I guess the biggest thing is this is classic Donald Trump. This is the shit that he does. He doesn't actually accomplish anything, takes a victory lap on the thing that he didn't accomplish, and all the MAGA dorks out there eat the shit up and talk about what a great victory Donald Trump has had. Meanwhile, absolutely nothing has changed and possibly has escalated even further, because now that there's word that there's a peace treaty, if either side gets out of line just a little bit, Israel or Iran, all hell could potentially break loose, because somebody somewhere thought we had a peace treaty in order, a ceasefire is what I meant to say. Donald Trump is continuing to make this situation worse, which is what he does with fucking everything. Anyways, I got other shit to do. Love you guys. Bye now.